Alright guys, we are back. We're going to be cracking open the 6 cent 6-sack for December. I'm really excited about this. Postage has been a killer this month. So, sorry about everything kind of coming at the end of the month. I literally just got these things. So, let's see what we got. I haven't even got to crack this open. All I did was cut the box open, see the red, get excited for Christmas, and be like, I can't open this without you guys. So let's see what we got. Oh, throw that box down there. Nice red velvet bag. I have so many of these bags. Like, when you order regular orders from 6 cents, I think every time I get a bag. And I'm not upset about these bags at all. These bags are great. You can use them for so many things. Plus, you can wrap gifts in them. So let's get this thing open and see what we got going on. Let's get those hard baits out of the way. See what we got. So we got a Crush 50S. So this is a silent. And the Crush series, of course, is going to be a square bill. So this is 3 to 5 feet, 3/8 of an ounce, 60 millimeter bait, and that sweet bone reactor, which is I'm excited about. I don't have a whole bunch of bone colored baits, not as many as you would expect. All right, throw that over there. Let's get a good look at this. So we got that nice blue, that pearlescent blue on the top there, fading back to kind of a yellowish pearl bonish color, right? Bone. Then we're going down the sides. We got our spot. We got our red mark for our gill. This thing has pretty sweet textured gill plates on it. And then the belly, more bone. Oh. Finished out with those black nitride EWG style treble hooks. These things are kind of ridiculously sharp. I really would like to know where 6 cents gets their hooks, because these hooks are pretty wicked. I like them quite a bit. This is a cool little bait here. A bone out. Yep, see? Just flipping it over, hooked myself. Not bad, but whatever. These things are sharp. That's a cool bait. That's a really neat bait. And it's silent, completely silent. No rattle. That's awesome. Okay. Moving on, guys. Alright, so we got a Crush Mini 25 MD. So this is a 1/4 ounce guy, 50 millimeter bait, dives 4 to 7 feet, and the color is Baby Shad. Okay, this color is pretty cool. I have a couple other lures of theirs in this color. This color's neat. Let's check it out together. So on the back here, it's kind of like a grayish green, okay? And then moving down to the sides, you get that magenta pink to that bright blue, back to that magenta pink, back to that bright blue, and then going into a white pearl on the sides and the bottom of it. And then around the gill plates, you got that kind of a gold color. Once again, we got those premium black nitride hooks. The smaller baits from 6 cents are not the EWG style, which is kind of a letdown, and I'm kind of curious why they don't do the super baby EWGs when they put EWG style on all of their other baits. Either way, this thing's pretty sweet. Really, really sweet. Let's check out that rattle. Nice and subtle. It's a little muted, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's a really neat bait. Check that out, guys. Let me just roll this over for you. The colors on these baits is just unreal. Alright, moving on. Let's see what we got next. Let's grab another crankbait. Alright, so we got an Access Metal 2.0. 65 millimeter, 1/2 ounce guy. This is 2 to 6 feet. 2 to 5 feet, my bad, and that bone reactor. Alright, so I've said it before on the channel, and I'll say it again. So the square bills with the metal lip I've never really had a lot of luck with it, especially like the 13 fishing Jabberjaw. Um, and I've already got an access, but I haven't really thrown it because I don't like this metal lip thing, and how this rocking is supposed to generate majority of your sound. Well, with the Jabberjaw, that is all of your sound. But with the Sixth Sense access too, it also rattles, which is nice. But the color on this is another bone reactor bait, which I am totally fine with, and it's got that brass blade on the front. So you got your blue back into your bone, got your red around your gill plates there, and this has those EWG style premium black nitride hooks. I want to know who makes these hooks. Hardware is great, heavy duty clip here on the front. So the front of it's kind of like a chatterbait. So it swings side to side, and it's got some up and down play. I'm predisposed to not liking these, but having this in Bone Reactor might force me to throw it. I don't remember which color the other one I have is, but it wasn't Bone Reactor. I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna definitely throw this and see what the deal with it is. But that's a cool bait. Access Metal 2.0 Bone Reactor. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Oh, sorry guys. I'm excited about that. Okay, let's grab anything else. Got some smaller stuff. Okay. Quake 70. Wow, actually. Okay. So this is Quake 70, 70 millimeter, of course, 5/8 ounce, lipless crankbait. This color's cool. I just want to get this open. Quake 70 is good lipless. This color, though, what is this called? Red Bone. Okay, so the pattern is kind of like the Rambo Red, which is red and then white. So the slashes on the side of this are not white. It might look white on the camera a little bit, but they're kind of like a light teal, pearlescent blue. Okay, so then it's got a white belly. It's got the same eye that they use on the Black Magic with a black spot around it. Black top. Wow, that color's that color's really sick. It's super deep and glossy. There's a little bit of black shading here in that divot too, to accent it more, so it looks thinner. EWG style premium black nitride hooks. This thing is cool. This thing is really, really cool. The light in here just does not do this justice. Some baits, the lighting in here absolutely nails it. Other baits, it's not even close. This is one of those not even close. Let's listen to that rattle, because this thing's got some serious sound. Yeah, see? Sharp. These are awesome. This is really, really cool, guys. Let's get that up close again. Yeah, it's kind of like a silver blue slashes. And then that holographic eye. Check that out. That's cool. I wonder if this is a production color. Yeah, it's a production color. I wish they put this color on more things. This is really, really cool. You get a chance, maybe check this out on their website. I'm not affiliated with them. I wish I was, but I'm not. So, let's move on a little bit here before I just sit here and stare at that forever. Oh, feels like we got one more hard bait. Alright, oh yeah. Swank 77X. Okay. I have caught quite a few pretty good fish on hard days with this thing, especially in panic water and grass. And the Swank 77X. So this is a 3/4 ounce, 77 millimeter crankbait, and it's gonna dive 2 to 5 feet. Lighter line, you can dig it down deeper, or you can speed crank it, or you can do what. I really like this bait. So what makes this thing so cool is this weird L-shaped bill. Okay, so it's a square bill. Don't lose sight of the fact that that's a square bill. Okay. But something about this magic, silly looking L shape. This thing rips through grass and, like, you know, the little ivy and the hydrilla and stuff like that. This thing surprisingly rips through that way better than a regular square bill. And you can pound this thing off of rocks. Or not rocks, but yeah, you can pound it off of rocks. But logs. And it's got these big old super sticky EWG style treble hooks. Dude, I've got this in lots of colors now. And the sound on this thing is kind of stupid. It's like all of the rattles just shoved into this bait. You can speed crank this. You can... I'll be honest, the faster you fish this, and the faster you just kind of rip and pop this through cover, the better it is. I cannot say enough good things about this bait, Swank 77, and they make this in I believe it's called the 66X. This thing's cool. Alright, what color is this? Threadfin shad. Okay. So, we've got root beer bottle colored front here, going back into like a teal. Then you got a little bit of silver here, a little bit of silver with like a scale pattern. I don't know how well it's going to pick up. And you've, of course, got that lateral gold line going back from the spot. Got these sweet eyes. Okay. And then that pearl body. That pearl white body and belly. And that rattle. Yeah, this... Last time I went out fishing, it was a pretty rough day. I was catching things here and there on the jerkbait. I kept catching trout on my jerkbait. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I found a kind of a grassy spot, and I caught, like, they weren't nice bass. They were like 1 to 2 pounders. But I caught like 4 of them. Almost back to back. It was pretty outstanding. And all I was doing was throwing this up, fishing it kind of quickly to get it down into like a underwater grassy patch that was underneath the water. I think the water surrounding it was about 12 feet, and the grass in this one spot was raised up. It was about 3 feet underneath the surface. The water was fairly tannic. And I was just nailing them. And I've got this, just get it down in there, and as soon as it starts to feel like you're starting to snag up a little bit, you're not really snagging up, it's just a bill catching and moving the grass around it, and then you just kind of pop it like you would with a chatterbait to rip it free from the grass. Dude, and this thing just digs straight down and makes that. And it just, it's like telling the bass to bite it. This thing, I really like this bait. And you can speed crank it almost perfectly, especially in the winter now. So you're just gonna rip on and grind for a little bit, let it rest, come up. It floats kind of quickly, but not too bad. You can put a little bit of tungsten putty on it, just to keep it from rising quite so quickly. I really, if you're going to buy one thing from 6th Sense, It's this guy. And that's only because I haven't got their new spinners that they just came out with. Swank 77. Highly recommend. If you want to catch fish, and you have a fishing pole, and there's water, that's the guy. I actually can't wait to start throwing that for pre-spawn and spawn. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. All right. So it feels like we got some maybe hooks, maybe jigs, and swim baits and a clamshell. Let's see what we got. We'll just pull them all at the same time because they're gonna pretty well go together. Divine swim bait jig heads. Okay, so these are really awesome. With that screw lock, I'll explain that here in a moment. These are in baby shad color, 1/4 ounce guys, 4/0 hook, beefy hook. Ooh, we got the Divine underspin. Once again, it's that screw lock, which I'll show you guys here in a moment. Brilliant willow, premium hardware. That's definitely a ball bearing swivel. 1/2 ounce. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so baby shad and blueback herring. I know those are both production colors. What is this cool thing? Judging by the box? Yeah, okay. So this is my exclusive color for the month. So every month in the 6-sack, you get an wow, I'm doing a really great job of cutting this open. You get an exclusive color bait that's not a production color. You can't buy it. Even though I get the box, without getting the box, I can't buy more of these. So let's get one of these guys out here real quick. Yeah, Golden Shiner, that's not a production color. Plus you can look at the print on here. This is the other thing. When you get your exclusive colors, because I've had a couple of people ask me, how do you know which one's the exclusive color? A lot of times it'll say exclusive color on it. Other times you have to kind of pay attention to the packaging, and it's usually not quite as nice, or it's not quite as nice, or it's not in the packaging that it typically comes in. Like when I got my flushes, the flushes come in a clamshell. When I got as an exclusive color, they were in a bag. So that's something to keep track of. And a lot of times it'll say exclusive color with it. Otherwise, if it's obvious not your typical quality packaging, like this label, that's kind of how you know. But let's get these swim jigs heads out here. Check these out. And I'll show you how the screw lock works. Oh, get it out. There we go. So we're going to take our Divine swim bait here, hold it up here so we know where to go back to, right about there. So let's go ahead and get this guy rigged. Right about there. So you guys are probably like, oh, how's that screw lock going to work? Because you're just going to shove it over it and it's going to tear up the bait really badly. It's not how it works, guys. So you're just going to kind of rotate it around just like that. Flip the tail over. Spin it around. It's just a screw lock. Flip that tail over again. Spin the bait. Takes a little bit more time, but once this is on here, the fish is going to have to rip this off. They're going to break you off before they steal this swim bait. Just got to be kind of careful of that hook. Just watch that hook point. Don't want to catch it with your finger, and you don't want to rip your swim bait apart with that barb. Alright. I got that on there. I should have cut a little bit off the head of it so it was a little flatter. But there you go, guys. And that's not going anywhere. That is not going anywhere at all. And to get it off, just spin it back the other way. So I'm going to use the same one, because I only get 6 of these guys to put on that underspin. Ooh, I already nicked it just a little bit on the tail. Sort of upsetting, but it's okay. That's why we're going to use the same one. Because I only get 6 of these. Okay, we are free of that screw lock. And we can make our way off that hook. Okay, so yeah. So that's how that screw lock works. And on this head, you got your premium paint. Got your little eye there looking down at the fishies. Alright, let's get this underspin open here. This is cool. I'm really digging this golden shiner. I don't know how it's going to work in my fishery, because I don't have any shiners in my fishery. So measure up your hook, know roughly where you want it. You know what? Let's just go all the way with it this time. So I'll just fish it. So we'll cut that off. So the reason why I cut the end of this off, so it had a rounded head on it, but the back of this is flat, okay? So to make this sit up here a little bit more flush, yeah, cut the end of it off a little bit, push it on there, and you'll see the method for my madness here in a moment. Okay, wait. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So it's got to go this way. And these are pretty salted, too. I didn't realize how salted these were. But now that I've handled it and roughed it up, I really can feel all the salt. Oh, I missed. I missed where I wanted to be. Look at that. Got in a hurry and messed it all up. Alright, now we're through the back. Now we're through the back. I screwed that up, guys. Sorry about that. So we'll just screw this on here. Keep spinning that tail around. Just be careful of that barb because it will dig in a little bit. There we go. It's not quite perfect. Yeah, it's not quite perfect. But it's okay. It's okay. Check that out. That thing is cool. Super cool. 1/2 ounce. Check out that blade. That thing is polished. Both sides. Not very often I feel like on blades that they really put the extra effort into polishing it like they do. But this one's really nice. And it's got a ball bearing swivel on it. Pretty solid hardware. I like this. This is sweet. Super sweet. I really can't wait to fish that. Actually, everything in this. I feel like I say this every single time, but I'm really excited to fish everything in this box. Because everything in here is surprisingly really, really good. But, yeah, wow. Yeah, okay. I'll say it. I'm really impressed with the box again the 6-sack again this month. They just don't disappoint me. Good, solid colors. Really cool colors that I've never seen. How have I never seen this? This is amazing. Colors that I wanted anyway. So I have this moral dilemma all the time with 6th Sense. So I buy their stuff, okay? Besides just getting the sack, I'll go buy a couple baits. But I'm always kind of like, oh, am I going to get that in my 6th hunt? But, I mean, they send me stuff that I would buy. Not necessarily always the exact color I would buy. Yeah. Plus I get my exclusive color. But this is sweet. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. Once again, they didn't disappoint me. Dang. You guys can't see it, but I'm like smiling here because this is surprisingly really well. I shouldn't even say surprisingly. It's once again a high quality 6-act. There's nothing to be upset about here, and I'm kind of happy that they're kind of on this gold kick with some of the baits. I wonder if it's because of the holidays or what, but I'm enjoying this gold kick because last month I got that super awesome. Um, I think it's Axle swim jig. That was gold. That was exclusive. That was cool. That was really really cool. Yeah, no, I'm happy with this. I'm not even mad in the slightest bit. No junk colors, no junk baits. I mean, the only thing that I'm less than stellar excited for, which I'm kind of excited to fish it anyway, is this Axis. Just because it's bone. Like, they sent me a bait that I wasn't totally sure of, and a color I'm pretty excited for. Yeah, this is sweet. I'm not even upset. I mean, there's no reason for me to be upset. But yeah, no, I gotta stop because otherwise I'm just gonna sit here and ramble about this. So guys, happy holidays. New Year's coming up. Stay safe. Beware of that water. That water is cold, and it don't care about nothing. Yeah, take care, guys. FAFO, fish around and find out, guys. Tight lines and take care.